Hello, subscribers, returning viewers, new subscribers, and new viewers. I have a stand. I have a couple of stands, and I'm trying them out to try and get the positioning just right. That's why you're seeing all the variations of my filming on here. So I'm getting used to using the stands and learning about filming and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, so if you're bearing with me through that, and why, thank you. Today is Monday. It's Beatles Monday, and today we're talking about the Beatles and the Beatles in mono. I have one copy of Help, and it is in mono. I can take this out like this. I don't have to use the one hand. That's the party phone. That's the A side. I think it's the A side. No, it's not. It's side 2. And that's side 1. So it's in very, very good condition. I got it for about £10 in a Row Gallery in Glastonbury town where I live. And mono on vinyl is just absolutely fantastic experience. If you've not experienced mono in vinyl, please go out and get some in your local charity shops or your local record shops. Even pick up a Cliff Richard album in mono. They're very, very inexpensive at the moment, so go out and check it out. Or even if you see any of the classical albums that are out there, check them out in mono, and surprise yourself with something new and something a little bit different. This is the flip side, and the same songs are on it. Help, The Night Before, You've Got to Hide Your Love Away, I Need You, Another Girl, You're Going to Lose That Girl, Ticket to Ride, Act Naturally, just B-side, Naturally, It's Only Love. When I see the title, It's Only Love, I automatically go into the Elvis song of the same name, but it's not. It's a Beatles song. Uh, you Like Me Too Much. Tell Me What You See. I've just seen a face yesterday, and Dizzy Miss Lizzie. And so my favourite songs, I love Help, The Night Before, Another Girl, Ticket to Ride, Act Naturally. I also enjoy Yesterday and Dizzy Miss Lizzie. So I really, really enjoy this album. It's again much, much better than the film that it came from. We're in kind of Batman Forever territory here, and that's I still view the movie as a kind of not a good movie, unfortunately, and but the soundtrack is absolutely fantastic. I may have said already that "Help" was the first single I ever tried to play on a turntable, and I think I had my parents had a load of singles, and none of them were in any sleeves or anything like that, and "Help" was one of them, and it was the EP if I remember rightly. And so I used to play that one, and I used to play Blue Hawaii on long play. I still have the Blue Hawaii LP from the 1970s without its sleeve. I think my parents got them from neighbours who didn't want them anymore. So, and my parents had just bought their first turntable, and so I was around 5, 6 or something like that, and so I just started to learn how to use all of this stuff, and not necessarily know who the bands were, and just kind of got into what I was listening to. And yeah, Help was the first 45 single that I ever played on a turntable, and Blue Hawaii was the first album I ever listened to on a turntable. So that's why I kind of also kind of just still like both artists very much. So kind of fell out of favor a little bit with Beatles because I didn't like the experience of other people who liked the Beatles where I was growing up. They kind of would look down on you, and and it didn't matter who you liked. If you didn't like the Beatles, you were again looked down on. So I kind of avoided the Beatles for that reason for many many years. And it wasn't until I started living in England and coming across English Beatles fans, it was a complete, it was load of nonsense that that's what I was listening to other people who were said they liked the Beatles. I put it to you that way when I was growing up in Ireland. So, kind of lockdown, I kind of just got back into them and really enjoyed them. And I actually met a chap in Somerset, and if you're watching this in Somerset, you probably know the chap. Traveling on the bus between Bridgewater, Burnham-on-Sea, and Western-super-Mare. There's a lad with the Beatles tattooed. The Beatles, the name of the band tattooed into the back of his neck, and he always wears wonderful Beatles memorabilia. And I got chatting to him one day, and I discovered that his he depotted his name into to John Lennon. And so, yeah, I can now say I met John Lennon in Somerset, and he had a completely different outlook to the people that I grew up around, and he was very happy that I was into the music that I was listening to, and he got me thinking, yeah, I'll get back into listening to the Beatles. So you never know who you meet on your journeys around the on your day to day basis. So, and speaking of Weston, the Beatles did live in Weston for a week, and there's loads of photographs of them. They did a concert there in the Odeon Cinema, and I believe there's a place by Burbank. I'm making a total mess of the name. Burbank Pier, the old pier in Weston, and there's a place called the Beatles Rock where they pose for a photo, and must go up there someday and have a video of that. But I highly, highly recommend listening to the Beatles in mono on vinyl. It's an absolutely fantastic experience. Very, very different to stereo. How I find it is that I kind of find I'm kind of like I kind of transform myself into a kind of a Tom Tom version of myself, and I'm able to sit on the microphones. I kind of reimagine I'm back in the studio and the Beatles are there recording away, and I'm sitting, a little tiny figure of myself is sitting on the microphone, watching them, and that's how I feel like I am when I'm listening to mono, and it's just a completely different experience. But I haven't any mono on 180 grams vinyl yet, and there's a new box set out of the Beatles, and it's the American albums that are on Capitol. Now, I haven't had any experience of those albums, so I kind of be very very curious about that box set, and it would be something nice to get for around Christmas. That and the Queen One box set, they'd be kind of both good box sets to get. Kind of putting out my wish list there, so we just see what happens. And yeah, and I believe that the people who are doing the box set, the American box set, the Capitol albums, are they also did the Diagostoni box set, or not the Diagostoni box set, the Diagostoni collection. So it would be nice to have, because I have some of the Diagostoni albums on stereo, and it would be nice to compare the mono albums to the stereo albums. That way, that would be kind of videos for another day. So if you've stuck out to the end of this video, why thank you ever so much. Um, I will look forward to getting other copies of this album. The Agostoni album. I'll get the official stereo version as well, and I'd be almost always interested in hearing your experiences of this version of the Beatles help. So again, thank you ever so much for sticking out with me in this video and help as I discover different ways to film. And we will talk to you again in the next video.